KD Live here, everybody. Welcome to Google Hangouts. I think this is weird, man. We're live. This is the first time I've ever done this, and I actually did it by myself, which is a little unbelievable, as inept as I am with technology. But God, the high cost of living a lie. How many lies are we living? I mean, really think about it. How many lies are we living? Religion? Politics, history, education, culture, propaganda, tradition, economics, politics. We are living so many lies. We are living so many lies. The brain absorbs all of these things from birth. The minute you drop onto the table, bang, that light shines. You start to become programmed and indoctrinated into all of these different people's illusions and delusions and paradigms and holograms, and you become a part of this massive matrix. And it's really kind of hard to get your own conclusion as to what life might really be about, or what your life might really be about. It's very difficult to become independent. It's very difficult to become an independent thinker. So, how do you do this? How do you break out of this enslavement camp of culture? How do you break out of this new world order mentality? How does one become pure in their thinking? It's very, very difficult to do. Very, 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 very difficult to do. It's almost impossible. It's as if we were born to be robots. We were born to be rubber stamps of everyone else and what they say and what they do and how they think and how they act. And yet that's not all that's possible. There's much more going on out there than you realize. Much, much more going on out there than you realize in what we might call reality. And reality is even a weird word. Reality is a strange and awkward, misappropriated word. You know, words get us in trouble. Words keep us pinned down in our enslavement. Words keep us confused. These words that we've learned, these words that have been passed down to us for hundreds of thousands of years, as words and symbols and numerology have evolved. We've come into this matrix of misunderstanding, this matrix of confusion, this matrix of fear, and this matrix that keeps us unempowered. What is it to be empowered? What is it to be self-fulfilled? What is it to grow in wisdom? How do you do that? How do you break away from this enslavement of this culture? How do you break away from this long-standing evolution of DNA and the affectation of the helix of the DNA? How do you break away from that rock solid structure? How do you become your own person? How do you get through and get over these addictions like drugs and alcohol and bad relationships? How does one learn to calm their temper down? How does one learn to be more sociable? How does one learn to be more analytical? It's very difficult. It's very, very difficult. I will tell you that right now. It's very hard. But it can be done. It can be done, but you have to be very, very determined to dig into this deep well of darkness, this unknown void. You have to be very willing to step out and take that chance that something might go wrong. You have to be very intuitive, very curious, and be willing to take that risk of change. It's hard. It's very hard. I think about this every day and every night before I go to sleep. I think about this. There's so many things out there. There's God, there's UFOs, there's Buddhism, there's Christianity, there's Hinduism, there's the Book of the Dead, there's the Bhagavad Gita, there's the Holy Bible, there's the Lotus Sutra. There's all these different belief systems and all of these people and all of these posts and all of these things bombarding you and coming down upon you every single day. Hundreds of thousands of messages coming in from every way, shape, form, and fashion. It's very difficult to be quiet, to be calm, to be serene, to be collected, and to be focused. It's very, very difficult. So one of the most difficult things you will ever do in your life is completely reprogram your brain and reprogram the way that you have come to think and what you have come to think about and where all of these teachings came from. You must always remember that there is a chance that you can do this. There is a very small chance that you can do this. When you finally do it, it's going to be a shock to your system. It's going to be scary. You're going to be afraid. You're going to fight it with every fiber of your being if it's real. See that fist? It's a working fist. See that hand? It's a working hand. You're going to fight it with every fiber of your being. You're going to say, no, I don't want to do that. I can't do that. That's stupid. That's ignorant. That's dumb. I don't want to do that. This man is crazy. This KD Live character is nuts. He's an egomaniac. He's a know-it-all. Sitting up there with his stethoscope on and his media badge and all of his bullshit. I don't want to listen to this guy. I want to do it my way. I want to do it my way. Is your way working? Are you happy? Are you ecstatic about life? Are you running over with wisdom? If you are, that's wonderful. It's a blessing. It's fantastic. But if you're not, then listen to my voice. We should have 100 people on this Google Hangout. We should have 1,000 people on this Google Hangout, all talking about their lives, sharing their experiences, sharing the way they feel and the way they think, sharing their love, their caring, their intuitiveness, and their discernment. Mutual respect for all in the circle. I love all of you. You say, oh, Kyler, how can you love all of us? You don't even know us. Well, I do, and I can, and I will love all of you because that is wisdom. That is wisdom, my friends. To be able to love the unlovable, to be able to love the digital bleeps on this screen, the people that come through my way by the hundreds per week. You say, oh, that Kyler Davenport, he's an asshole. He's just a complete asshole. So what? I'm only an asshole to most of you because I'm so far out there. I wage war against your cluelessness. I wage war against your way of living that doesn't include this massive perception of existence and consciousness, doesn't include the study of neurology, doesn't include the study of this cosmology and astrophysics and quantum mechanics. You must understand that you are more than the sum of your parts. You must understand that the whole is made up of the sum of its parts, and that each part within the sum is the whole. This is very complex, very difficult. It's very, very difficult to learn. Most of you have been programmed to react. Most of you have been programmed to judge. Most of you have been programmed to defend your position. I will defend my position to the death. This is a bad thing. It's a bad thing. It's a really bad thing. It's not a good thing at all. You have to be flexible. You have to be flexible. You have to chill out. You have to relax. You have to think about thinking. There's no big hurry, no big rush. No matter what's going on around you in the external reality, the external world, there's no hurry here whatsoever. We talked about this deoxyribonucleic factor, this DNA. We talked about evolution versus creationism on several shows that we've done. The creationists are fighting with the evolutionists and so forth and so on. This is ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. But you have to learn to mature. You have to learn to go beyond where you are right now. You have to learn to rise above the status quo that you're in, the status quo position. You have to be reprogrammed into your natural self. Put your bare naked feet on the ground, on the dirt, and be reprogrammed. Just say, and just be reprogrammed. Just let the universe talk to you. Let the universe speak to you. Forget about what people think. Forget about what people say. Forget about what people do. Get in touch with the universe. Get in touch with Mother Earth. Get in touch with Gaia. Get in touch with the spirits that are alive and well in this cosmos. And do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. There are some of us out here who have very sharp minds, like a knife, like a double-edged sword. Most of you will never catch up to that, but some of you will. Some of you will get it. If I could just reach one person that gets it, that's going to be amazing. I love all of you. I really do. And Gail, I love you with all my heart, all my soul, and all my mind, and all my body. Baby, And Miss Heather, I love you. You know, I've had a whole life of intrigue. You're looking at 007 here. I tell you what, had a whole life of intrigue. Former paramedic, emergency medical technician, forensic science, dead body pickup, search and rescue, funeral home, cremation, you name it, I've done it. Counselor, teacher, musician, speaker, lecturer, writer, publisher. Wow. Who gives a shit? With that and a dime, I can get a cup of coffee. Maybe. Doesn't really mean a damn thing. All those credentials, they don't mean shit. What's important is what you put out here, man. What you really feel. No matter what other people are saying, you have to do what you got to do. You have to feel what you got to feel. You have to think what you got to think, and you have to go for it. You just have to fucking go for it. But you need wisdom. You need mentors. You need friends. You need loved ones. It all has to balance out. It all has to be synchronistic. It all has to be, well, I'm trying to think of that word. And I will next time. But I love you all so much. And we're here for you at the station no matter what. So just continue to do what you're doing. Listen to wisdom. Be the best that you can be. And I hope to hell this microphone. Oh, okay, it was unmuted. Good. So I love y'all. Remember, whatever you vividly imagine, ardently desire, and enthusiastically act upon will come to pass. May the light be with you all. KD Live. Goodbye.